Ernesto Luna, who never takes away his mask. He's a young leader from Monaga. Jason Guzman from Mérida is also there.
¿Quién es ese que está a tu lado, Jason? Allá está el gran artista Alejandro Terán de La Guaira.
Alejandro Terán, the great artist from La Guaira.
Allá veo a Adolfo Pereira.
And I also see Adolfo Pereira de Lara. My congratulations. Very beautiful, the pilgrimage yesterday and the caravan of the divine pastor that went through the state of Lara. I also see Jose Vasquez next to Garrido. Become friends. Guárico and Barinas. Just become friends.
Allá está, bueno, ya en la última línea veo a
And
Gilberto
in the
Pinto
very
del estado Sucre.
last row, I see Gilberto Pinto from Sucre.
Allá veo a Víctor Clark, joven líder del
I
estado
see
Falcón.
Victor Clark, a leader from the Falcon State.
Allá veo a don Freddy Alirio Hernán Rosales,
Freddy Alirio Hernán Rosales,
gobernador del Táchira.
governor of El Táchira.
Naguará, de protector a gobernador.
From protector to
Esa
governor.
figura del protector dio resultado.
That post of
Al
protector
100% ganamos todos los estados
was
durante dos
successful.
periodos,
100%.
2017
We earned all
donde
the
nombramos
states
protector.
from
Yo me
2017.
comprometí ante la
I
oposición a no nombrar
promise
más protector y
in
no
front
voy a
of the
nombrar más
opposition
protector
that I
en
won't
ningún estado, que los
nominate any
gobernadores
more
asuman
protector.
sus funciones plenamente.
I will
Y bueno, hay que
ask
coordinar,
governors
¿verdad?
to assume their
Coordinar,
roles. We need to
coordinadito,
coordinate.
conversadito.
We need
Como
to
me dijo
talk.
Garrido.
As Garrido
me
once
dijo.
told me. He told me
Garrido, vale, fue secretario
he was a secretary
de su comité de partido
of
de la
his
juventud.
party committee.
Después Garrido fue secretario
And then
parroquial de la
later
juventud.
on, he was a parish
Secretario municipal.
secretary, municipal
Y luego fue
secretary.
secretario general
And finally, he was a general secretary of the party
de la juventud de Acción Democrática.
of the Youth and Democratic Action.
Y luego secretario general del partido como tal.
And
O sea, un
later,
hombre que ha venido,
he was a
mira,
general secretary of the party. So he's been coming in
y ahora
in crescendo. And now,
no estaba en las listas,
he wasn't in the lists.
no estaba en la Gaceta.
He wasn't in the
Cuando
Gazette.
llegamos al hipódromo,
And when we reached,
íbamos a apostar a ganador y no estaba en la Gaceta inscrito.
and he wasn't
Y
even
de repente en la
registered
recta final
in
pasó
the
Garrido
list.
y
And
ganó
finally, in the last moment, he went by and he won.
para que ustedes vean
So
lo
this
complejo
is for you to see how
que es
complex
la política,
politics really is.
que nadie se crea
No one should believe that victory is eternal and permanent,
pero que nadie crea
but no one should believe that defeat
es como un castigo.
is as a punishment.
Ni la
No,
victoria ni la derrota.
neither victory nor defeat are eternal
Lo que debe ser
or
eterno y
permanent. What must
permanente
be eternal
es el trabajo
and
de
permanent
buena
is the
voluntad,
work of
es la
goodwill,
conciencia crítica,
is the
es
critical
la capacidad de
consciousness and
aprendizaje,
capacity
de
of
escuchar
learning
a la
and
gente,
listening to
de
people
cambiar con los
and
tiempos,
changing with
de
time
cambiar junto al pueblo.
and changing together with people.
Fue una batalla intensa.
This was an intense
Tiene que reconocer la
battle,
oposición,
and the
señores
opposition must
diputados,
actually acknowledge
que
this,
ganarle al chavismo es difícil.
that to beat Chavism is
Me
very
decía el
difficult.
gobernador Galíndez,
Galíndez told me, used to tell me,
no soy escaparate de nadie, Galíndez. Galíndez me decía, es que yo gané con los votos del chavismo.
the thing is that I won with the votes of Chavism. And he said this from
¿Qué dice
Cojedes.
el Partido Socialista Unido de Venezuela en Cojedes?
What does the
¿Qué dice el
socialist
Gran Polo Patriótico en Cojedes?
party in Cojedes
Todo lo
says?
dijo Galíndez.
This was
Y me lo
actually
demostró
said by
con una
Galíndez,
libreta
and
que
he
él tiene
proved
donde
it
anota
with a
todo.
notebook he has where he writes
Qué
everything.
difícil es ganarle al chavismo,
It's very difficult to beat
¿verdad? Nosotros
Chavism.
fuimos a unas elecciones
We went to
con
an
lealtad absoluta a
election
la Constitución.
as
Hace
a
un
result of
año
absolute loyalty to the Constitution. A year
si
ago,
hacer las elecciones
we
de
were
gobernadores
debating
solamente
whether to carry out
2021
elections for
o hacerlas en
governments
conjunto.
in 2021 or doing it together. This was as part of a national debate, and the opposition put this on the table to call for joint election, mega elections of governorship and mayor's offices, and that was agreed upon, and that was actually implemented. And I believe elections of November 21st were full success for democracy and for the electoral system in Venezuela. The opposition obtained the best results in the last 23 years. The opposition won 123 mayor's office out of 335 that we have in the country. 123. We won 212. This is the moment where we've seen the biggest balance in an electoral process. We went to elections for loyalty to the Constitution and the people. It is difficult to face a process, a political process, when we have so many objective problems created by economic war of all these years, when we have actually been subject to the greatest attacks that have ever been conducted against Venezuela in 200 years of republic. A real war, a real economic war, where they have launched several atomic bombs. Professor Carrasco, you are able to explain this very well in your speeches to this national, several atomic bombs to the currency, to oil, the production of gold, and circulation of money, to foreign trade, to the right to purchase of products abroad. We must see the face, and we are aware, we're fully aware of this, and I have told this to our team of work and our high command, political high command. These elections that we will face could be the most difficult of the ones we have faced since 2015, where we lost regrettably for the country, because we had seen a number of problems going up as a result of the criminal sanctions of the blockade, including double blockade. Padre Numa Molino, as you very well say, the double blockade that sometimes we are subject to, the economic blockade, technological blockade, commercial blockade, and also the mental blockade of bureaucrats and corruption officials that have taken important spaces of institutions that are supposed to respond with public services to the country. And I do not lie here. I put my finger where I have to put it, so that you can feel the pain of the needy and the oppressed, and those who cry and suffer, and those who yell and scream. It wasn't easy to go to this electoral process. In these conditions, Mr. President Jorge Rodriguez, you have had the role of guiding all of the dialogue and political processes with oppositions, and you know very well that it wasn't easy. In conditions like this, of a disaster of this nature as a result of sanctions and blockade, any country would
los eventos electorales hasta nuevo
would
aviso,
postpone electoral
hasta
process
síntomas de recuperación
until the presence of symptoms of recovery,
de la capacidad
and would postpone
de inversión, de
this type of
financiamiento
elections until they recover
y de la
capacity
capacidad económica
of
de su
financing
población.
economic capacity of their population.
Pero nosotros creemos
But we believe,
firmemente
we strongly believe,
en que una constitución
that
está viva
that a constitution
si el
is
pueblo ejerce
alive
sus derechos
as
de
long
manera
as the people
absoluta y
exerts
permanente.
their rights,
Y uno de sus derechos fundamentales
and one of those
es el
fundamental
derecho
rights is the right
a elegir
to
y
elect
ejercer la soberanía política.
and practice the
Y así
political
se hizo
sovereignty. And this was
otra vez en esta oportunidad.
done one more time
Convocar
in this
al
opportunity.
pueblo de Venezuela para que con su
We
voto
called the
dijera quiénes
Venezuelan
van a ser
people
sus gobernadores,
so that they
sus alcaldes,
themselves
sus
would decide who
legisladores,
the
sus
governors,
concejales,
mayors, and councilors will
en
be
condiciones muy precarias
in
y difíciles.
in very dire conditions, very difficult conditions.
Hablábamos en estos días en la entrevista con el
During
periodista
these
Ignacio
days,
Ramonet
we were talking in
de
an
las
interview with
condiciones
Ignacio Ramonet,
objetivas,
the objective
que en
conditions,
este caso a las que me refiero,
that these are the ones I
las
refer to
condiciones
in this moment,
objetivas
objective conditions
del deterioro de los servicios públicos,
Of-
del agua, del gas,
of the damage of public services,
del
water,
deterioro en la distribución
gas, distribution
gasoil,
of
de
gasoil,
la gasolina, del deterioro de importantes servicios
and we
públicos,
were talking about the deterioration of important public services, distribution of electricity.
que al buscar la raíz,
And when we were looking for the roots of this, we were able,
bueno, el golpe tremendo que hemos recibido para poder actualizar el stock de repuestos, de
we
partes, de piezas,
received a
para toda la
blow
industria
to
del
be
país.
able to provide parts and pieces for the entire
Toda la industria
industry,
petrolera, de
the
refinación,
oil
del
industry,
gas,
refining industry,
de la
and
electricidad,
gas, electricity,
del agua,
the water.
fue montada sobre la base
All of
de
this
una
was
dependencia
mounted over the base of a dependence,
casi total
almost total
con la
dependence
tecnología estadounidense.
with the U.S. technology.
Nadie calculó,
Nobody
porque nadie
calculated
lo hizo, el daño
the
que
damage
podía tener
that this could
como efecto
imply
colateral,
as a collateral effect.
pudiéramos llamar como efecto indirecto,
We could actually say
el
indirect
daño que podría
effect, the
ocasionar
damage that could
todas
cause
estas medidas de
all of
bloqueo
these
comercial
measures of commercial
financiero
blockade, financial
a los
blockade,
servicios públicos
to
más
public
sensibles
services,
y que la
more
revolución
sensitive
siempre
services,
garantizó
and the revolution always
de manera
guaranteed
eficiente
in a very efficient
y de
way
manera casi gratuita
and in a
como
almost
excepción
free
en la región
way,
latinoamericana y caribeña.
with an exception in the Latin American and Caribbean areas.
Porque siempre hay que comparar en el antes
Because we always need to compare the before
en el
and
presente, en el pasado y en el
and the
presente.
during, so meaning the past and the
saber que
present.
fue la
And we
revolución bolivariana
need to know that it was the
en
Bolivarian
ese
Revolution.
periodo
In that period,
esplendoroso
in that wonderful period,
de vacas gordas,
a fat
de
cows
ingresos
period,
crecientes
and
y de no
growing
bloqueo
incomes and
en aquellos años
not presence
2004,
of blockade in the
2014,
year
que se
2014.
plenamente los derechos sociales del pueblo y los servicios
And we
públicos
guaranteed
prácticamente
the
gratuitos
public
para
services
toda la
basically
población venezolana,
free for the whole
a
Venezuelan
excepción
population.
de la región latinoamericana.
So this was
donde,
exception
como todos ustedes
to the
saben,
Latin
y nuestro
American
pueblo
region. As
migrante
you
sabe,
well know,
se cobra un ojo de la cara por
these
cada
services,
servicio que le toca
these kinds of services, you have to pay for them
al pueblo
very
que
expensively.
vive en Bogotá, en Medellín,
For those people who live
Quito,
in Bogotá,
en Santiago de
Medellín,
Chile,
Quito, Santiago
más
de
allá.
Chile, and beyond.
Así que fuimos
So
en condiciones objetivas
we
sumamente
were in
complejas.
objective conditions that were
Difícil.
very difficult, very
Yo
complex.
diría inclusive
I would
dolorosas.
even say painful
Y en esas condiciones
situation.
objetivas,
And in this objective
bueno,
situation,
podemos decir de verdad
we could actually say,
y decirle a todo el pueblo de Venezuela
and we can tell the whole people of Venezuela, we have
un
obtained
buen resultado,
a very good result,
equilibrado,
a balanced result,
justo,
fair,
necesario, y ahora lo que
necessary.
pido
And now what I
a
ask
gobernadores,
governors,
alcaldes
mayors is to go outside and do your work. Go and resolve the problems of our people and try to solve the needs of our people. It is your time now. Now the ball is on your side.
Como decía un amigo mío, Ernesto, no es lo mismo pedir agua.
It is not the same to ask for water than to give water. So I'd like to see you all giving the best of yourselves, moving forward, strengthening yourselves and the whole path, so that institutions every time more become stronger in the belief, in the popular belief and in the wisdom of the population. This year 2021, we also activated the political dialogue beyond. We activated the dialogue with extreme rights movements in Mexico. I could say that the presence of dialogue with Mexico was a big success. Patience